Hey everybody, good evening, morning, or afternoon, or whatever time you get to see this. We are live right now. It is November the 12th, and we have a contingency night tonight because the first night that we had scheduled our guests, we had a thunderstorm, not thunderstorm. Lots of power was out, so we just safe October the 29th. So this is the contingency interview with our wonderful guest who you will be meeting very soon, who is Terrance Bennett of Two Factor Media and also works alongside of Hype Magazine, as well as other things that you're going to learn about tonight. So we are excited about tonight's show. And we're hanging out here, of course, in Fayetteville, Georgia. And of course, you know, I got my girl 10 Karat in the building. big things coming up. We're definitely going to talk more about that in just a few short minutes, but I cannot wait for you guys to hear what 10 has going on. But what's up, girl? What's going on? Well, don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying hello.
Hi, you all.
If you guys are watching on social media, we need you to do us a favor and please share the live. We need to get our numbers up. CEPTV is changing and rearranging and reorganizing and formatting and situating and all that great stuff. So we've actually moved over to a new website. For right now, drop the www and just go to mycep.tv. And of course, you can still see a lot of the content or some of the content on Roku that is being built as we speak. But of course, go to YouTube. You can see our archives of the events and things that we've been to, and just making waves in the CEPTV mantra. Current events. What can I say? Current events. So you want to talk about the election? All I'm going to say is, I hope y'all happy. We gonna see what the end is gonna be. So I'm glad we got through that. It was like everybody was just like holding their breaths for whatever reason, for whatever way you wanted to go, whether it was Trump or Biden. We all have our personal opinions, and the pressure was on, I tell you what. But so we have our president-elect. There's still some people saying that it still could go the other way pending the outcome of some legalities or whatever, but we'll see. And let's just continue to do what we've always done, is just make the best of any administration that we've had. I mean, that's what we do. We survive, and we're going to do it a little bit better this time. So let's get with it. More current events. Please be sure to check out the Roku channel with CEPTV. We are one of the only independent media outlets that showcase missing African American children. And, they pretty much told us that a lot of our children don't even qualify for Amber Alert, and that's a problem. So streaming networks, independent streaming networks, please make sure you tap into this. We have a video that we would be more than willing to share with more than just CEPTV, because it's not something that needs to be exclusive. We have children coming up missing every day, and out of Chicago alone, there's like 100,000 children coming up missing nationwide. We end up missing about 630-something thousand children. And it's really a shame that we don't get the publicity or the attention to our missing children like we should. So that's definitely a current event. And Tawanda Graves is the perpetuator of the Bring Back Our Children videos. Again, you can find that on the CEPTV networks Roku channel, and you can always get that streaming, and we usually update that about once a month, and hopefully there's our friend, and hopefully we'll get some more frequency with that going on. But again, that's definitely something that's needed. If you have a news topic or something that you want to see showcased or highlighted on CEPTV, definitely email us at ceptv2019@gmail.com, and we'll give you a shout out or whatever it is. If we can get you worked in, we will definitely do that. So don't be a stranger to the network. We're building, we're growing, and we need you as a community to tell us what you want to see and what you want to hear on the shows. Or if you want to be a guest on the show, you can also use that email as well. And if you are interested in submitting your film, music, or other digital content to CEPTV, also use that same email address, CEPTV2019@gmail.com. And again, and when you go to the site, just go to my CEPTV. For right now, leave the www off, because there is some type of technical maintenance issue, but you can still get to the website nevertheless. It's changing around. You'll see my smiling face when you go there. Get ready for some more interviews. My CEPTV Talk, the daytime version of the show, is coming soon, as well as some other interview shows are coming soon. And 10 Karat we're gonna be talking about some things that she's gonna be doing with the CEPTV network as well. So I'm gonna bring it on over to 10, because we want her to run down what she has going on. So excited about what you have coming up. So what's up?
Nothing. Just the journey that started with I've started my own music series, the Fuck Who's Next, I Am Now music series. And overall, by December, hopefully it'll be about 8 cities and 5 states. Right now, we're at 4 cities and 3 states. So we're just making sure that all of that, is done. And we just did Warner Robins um,
November the 6th.
November the 6th. Matter of fact, we'll be in Biloxi, Mississippi, November the 20th. And then Warner Robins round 3, because each city has 5 rounds. Then it's a finale. Then after the finale, we're doing the big finale, which would be 60 artists under one roof, which would be in July of 2021 here in Columbus, Georgia. And then all those artists that are able to go, I'm going to give them 1 month, get themselves together, and we're going to revisit all city and states, like take them on a little tour. So, I just make sure I kind of educate the artists as well on getting your merchandise, making sure you have this done, making sure you have that done. Make sure you have your thumb drive, making sure you have your CDs, anything that you can make money with on that road. I'm going to show them, basically going back to the chitlin circuit. Because, a lot of artists, they social media is like it is now, but the chitlin circuit still works. Because I know I love a good T-shirt.
Absolutely.
A good towel or anything. So that's what's going on with the Fuck Who's Next, I Am Now. And then, I got something coming in debate with CEPTV. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's kind of like its own little entity, so that's going to be really dope for the artists and for dealing with music. So they just have to wait and see what's going on with that, but that's going to be really, really, really dope.
I tell you what, it has been an adventure being a part of the Fuck Who's Next, I Am Now. First of all, the title is just shock value right there, because you don't expect to hear something as strong as that. But artists need to know, like, don't anticipate the future. Be who you want to be now. Like, start building up who you are. The first one we did in Warner Robins was so amazing. And we have a lot of content coming from that, because everybody who showed up actually got an interview that is going to be scheduled on CEPTV. So we got a lot of work to do.
I put my foot in my mouth, but because everybody gets certain things and certain prize packages, and I put my foot in my mouth. The first one, all 25 artists that was in the building on the first one, they got every prize. I didn't pick one. That won't happen again, but you know what I'm saying? So basically the whole thing is, fuck who's next. You have to be now. What's now is on the radio. What's now is, on the Billboard chart. What's now is what's number one. Is not what's next. So that's, kind of get in the mindset of you are now. And I'm seeing a lot of artists are feeling that. So, and they are literally pushing for now. So I thank goodness for that.
Absolutely. And I'm excited about these interviews that are coming up. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
So what inspired you? So I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here. What inspired you? I know you were already in that lane, but what inspired you to do it like this in particular?
Because first and foremost, music, as far as music go, I am an artist. I've always been an artist. And the thing is so many things out there in showcases and this and that or whatever. But when they do what they do, they don't really educate at the same time. And they don't really really encourage artists. And I really have a real personal one-on-one. With a lot of these artists. And I saw that it was time when anytime that I can go anywhere and artists gravitate to me. And at that first one, we had 7 states in one building. Mm-hmm. So teaching them how to network with different artists and everything like that. But I do everything from an artist's point of view of the things that I wish I had or wish I, could have had, or even seeing what could even make some of these artists better. And I deal with a lot of them one-on-one, and they know it. Now, they can't call me with that bull crap. I'm straight up with them, though. I don't lie to them. I don't feed them nothing that ain't true. If I don't know the answer, we're going to find the answer, but I don't just make up stuff. And then everyone sees it. For me, it's not about the money.
Right.
We have a good time. We do what we do. The atmosphere is different. I set those rules from the door. What's not going to happen and what's going to happen there. And they kind of vibe with that. And just the whole atmosphere is different. I've been told that, they feel like they're in the room with a bunch of their cousins. Mm-hmm. I've been told that they feel like they're at a family reunion. Yes. They said it don't feel like a showcase. Yes. And then what we offer at the showcase, thanks to CEPTV, we get footage. They get an interview. Just the vibe and everything, just how we rock out is just totally different. So, I do appreciate you for rocking with me with the Fuck Who's Next, I Am Now music series. And it's going to be more to come.
Oh, yeah. It's more been fun. So far, as an artist, it's $25, right?
$25 for 2 songs, and those prices would never change.
Okay. And then we have been adding on as a bonus, you get footage. Like, we just film everything. Well, what we've been doing is at least making sure every artist has at least a minute worth of their music so that we can kind of situate a nice little YouTube video. So make sure you check out the first one that is fully complete. Everybody has been showcased on there for the first Fuck Who's Next. I am now on the CEPTV YouTube channel. So you can find that there if you want to see. And I'm telling you, the vibe was amazing the first and the second time. Nothing changed. It wasn't necessarily packed out, but when I tell you we had a good time, we had a good damn time. That was, and even I was working and I still had a good time. So it was amazing. So make sure you guys join us November the 20th
in Biloxi, or
right.
December the 5th in Warner Robins.
Right.
And then Atlanta, Montgomery, Hammond, Louisiana, and possibly Huntsville.
All right.
Huntsville, excuse me. Dates are coming up soon, but all those will start by December. So
So we got the lineup coming. So what do we have coming up on this next minute and a half? We're showing.
I think that's from the Warner Robins first Fuck Who's Next, I Am Now music series. So, I hope they enjoy that.
Yeah, and so when we come back, we will be bringing on our wonderful guests, Terrance Bennett, who is the owner of Two Factor Media and works with Hype Magazine. We're going to learn all about him when we come back from our first break. Hello. Oh, am I okay? All right. Welcome back, everybody. I am your hostess, LaShon Smith. You are now joining in with us on the Late Night Hype, CEPTV Late Night Hype, and we have a wonderful guest that's coming in. But first, before I introduce my guest, I want to make sure I give a shout out to Little Boys Entertainment, Terrance Little and Georgia Boy for gracing us with their presence at the last Fuck Who's Next, I Am Now music series. Georgia Boy is a Billboard charting
Not Billboard yet.
Oh, I mean, but he got a plaque.
He's a top charting.
He's a okay.
He's a charting top. Don't say Billboard yet.
Oh,
He's
okay.
Billboard yet.
Hey, well, I'm speaking it into existence. So,
Yes.
so he's a charting artist who came and hung out with us, and we had a great time. I couldn't be more pleased with how things turned out. So, shouts out to you guys at Little Boys Entertainment for coming to hang out with us and sponsoring us with One Rock. So thank you. Without further ado, my guest is here, Terrance Bennett. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here with you all, and thank you all so much for the invitation.
Awesome. I mean, the pleasure is ours. I'm so glad that you reached out to me when you did. That was just perfect timing. See that you have a lot going on. And first, before we get into the things that you have going on, why don't you introduce yourself to the CEPTV audience?
Well, I am T-Rex. I am the CEO of the Two Factor Media and also the host of the DJ Dance Party on the Hype Magazine TV network. Been doing this for almost a decade, but before doing podcasting, I was doing mainly online radio, and so I was able to do that while I was in college. I was attending University of Alabama in Huntsville. And so while I was doing that, I got bored, wanted to start getting into the industry. So I launched an online radio station while I was in college. And so just doing that, and I just want to be able to just give back to the community and just try to help uplift people. I can't rap or anything like that, so... I tried one time. It was on cassette days, but yeah, long time ago. But I try to use my craft as far as using my voice and just the technical skills that I have to try to help people.
Okay. So, what is the biggest benefit that people get from your platform?
Well, I'm a very positive person, and I have a lot of energy, and I bring a lot to the table. So I just try to uplift and just try to help them tap into their God-given talent, to see what their strengths are in. And so basically what we do, we work with artists or anybody of all walks of life that wants to have a platform to be able to voice their concerns or whatever they have going on. A lot of times people feel like they don't have a voice, so I use my platform as a voice for the people. So we consider ourselves the People Podcast. Anybody can come on. You don't have to be an artist or anything or a mogul. If you have a platform or anything you want to speak about, you're always welcome to come on our platform.
Awesome. Okay,
Yes.
So what were your early influences? How did you get into this? What inspired you?
Well, my dad was a DJ, a house party DJ in Chicago on the west side. So he has a large accumulation of music, from vinyls, the CDs, the 45s, just everything. So when I was growing up, I used to get into his stuff, and I used to get whoopings and stuff because I was messing with his component sets and turntables, and he wasn't liking it at all. So just his influence in music allowed me to listen to everything, and so I feel like music is part of me and part of my life. And because one of the reasons, or one of the ways they was able to get me to go to sleep, was they put a radio in my crib. So music was always part of my life.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got into wanting to do the music and stuff. But I tried rapping, I tried singing, and that wasn't good at all. But I was able to learn how to do things behind the scene, like video editing, audio editing, and of course I love to talk. And so I used to get in trouble for talking all the time when I was in school. But I didn't think that one day this would actually pan out to be a career.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it was definitely where I got my influence from my dad. And my mom, she was a dancer, as far as like she danced in bands. She was a majorette and stuff. So yeah, it was honor to have parents that had so much talent.
Right, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I was looking and doing my research on you, of course, and I see that you have a lot of things going on in tech. You got I want to say you got like an award or something presented to you in tech. What is your journey like in the technical field?
I've been fascinated with computers for a long time. I love playing video games. But when I got in high school, I was thinking about what I wanted to do outside of high school. Did I want to go to college, or did I just want to find some kind of trade? But I got fascinated with technology, so I decided to go into computer engineering. So I did that for a couple of semesters. I hated the math. The math and science was so hard. It wasn't hard.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but then at that time, I was in that party mode. I wanted to be out in the clubs, the frat houses, you know, just having a good time. So I ended up changing my major a couple of times, and I ended up changing my major to management information systems.
Okay.
So when I did that, I really got geared into technology, learn how to program, do website design, and just, you know, build databases and stuff like that. So that panned out into a 22-year career currently that I'm still involved in, along with the entertainment stuff. So the technology is kind of like my infrastructure. Right. It's my foundation. And so I'm able to use what I have learned in the technology field to apply it to the music industry and also in podcasting and radio.
Amazing.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. So that kind of leads into my next question about your current endeavors. Of course, we definitely want to go into Hype Magazine and then more into Two Factor Media later. So I guess that really kind of sums it up, that you're kind of an entrepreneur, like you're still doing what you went to school for, and then you're also doing the Hype Magazine and the Two Factor Media. So how does that like really intertwine? How does that work out? It coincides together really good for you?
You know, we're a very technical society now, and it's very important to learn at least, you know, the basics of computing and everything, because now social media has become just a tremendous monster in anything you want to do as far as promotion, spreading garbage or lies or whatever. So, you know, you gotta have some kind of technical knowledge on how to be able to maneuver, and especially during the pandemic right now, and then potential lockdown that we might have again. You gotta have that technical ability to be able to maneuver, and also know how to use the tools you have without having to physically be somewhere.
Right.
And so having all of that for 22 years, and then been doing the entertainment stuff, podcasting for 10 years, but overall about 15 years, give or take. I'm able to just integrate that together to stay old school on some things and also bridge the new school stuff together. So I want to be able to reach out to people that might not be so computer savvy, and then the people that are computer savvy, and just kind of just bridge everybody together and this network. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's how I look at it now.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
So definitely we want to learn more about Hype Magazine. Tell us a little bit about the history and how the history of Hype Magazine and where you come in at.
Well, the Hype Magazine been around since the early 2000s, and we are one of the big digital magazines in the world. And so 2012 was kind of about 4 months after I did my podcasting. Jamila Wickerson, she's the CEO of the Hype Magazine. She happened to tune into one of my episodes, and she sent me an email. So I was thinking, at the time when I was doing podcasts, that was like my 4th month, I was doing it with a microcosm of doing it on a local level. So I was trying to help people in my area to have a bigger platform, because, you know, I live in a small town, and so we don't have a large media presence or whatever. So I was like, maybe I could be the Greg Street of my area or whatever. So it started off, you know, just thinking on a local sense, but then I had Jamila at the time. She was still living in Indianapolis, Indiana, and she reached out to me, and then she was like, I really like what you have going on. Would you like to be part of the magazine? So from that point, April 2012, I was doing some of the interviews that they had coming in. So I got a chance to interview Warren G and Twister off the top. And I only been doing podcasting for 4 months.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was kind of overwhelming. Like, wow. I said, I made it. But I know it's all a process and everything, but it was such an honor that someone considered me just being fresh in the game to be able to do some large interviews like that. So from that point, we just been just tight ever since then. And so I've been doing a lot of writing for them as well on their website and doing interviews. And then so this year, 2020 has just been a surprise. It's been good. It's been good. I had some traumatic experience and stuff, whatever. But she approached me about doing a dance show because during the pandemic, when we was on lockdown, we was doing an Instagram live show called DJ Dance Party.
Okay. With
me and DJ Ty Infamous. And so that was a huge success. We had thousands of viewers on the Instagram live. So back in July, I told her, I said, I'm going to come up to the office. I'm going to start working in the office and writing and whatever, because we have a new studio in Norcross, Georgia now. So she was like, well, how about we turn that Instagram live show into an actual TV show?
Wow.
And so, yes, that was a blessing. So I was like, okay, let's do this. So, yeah, just that 8-year relationship that we built from just doing podcasting to now turning into a TV show is a blessing.
Wow, yes, that is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And so that's where you intersect with Hype Magazine. So with the Two Factor Media, that's not a conflict of interest at any point?
No, it's not. Two Factor Media has a kind of like a cross-promotional relationship with the Hype Magazine, and then with myself and then Ty Infamous being on the show. That's two of our team members from Two Factor Media. But we also have the main event. He's here on site with us. We have King Swift. He hosts a show called Swift Talk. The main event hosts a show called the Tailgate Cruise Show. Yeah. And then we have a dope graphics designer, Tweety Bird. She does all our graphics work, and we've been posting a lot on our social medias. Yes. She just been added back to the team. A month ago, she has her own venture, Tweeterbird Central, that she does. She does a lot of political podcasts and stuff on Blog Talk Radio. So that's.
Are you talking about
Shalonda? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. We met each other in 2012. She was part of the Live by Terrance network, which is now Two Factor Media.
That girl is so talented.
Yes.
Like, she is so... I look at her stuff, I watch her stuff, and I'm just always enamored by what I see. She's she's very talented.
Oh, yes. I need a network.
Yeah, I've been trying to get with, because I like her little cartoons that she's always posting.
Yes.
So the Live by Terrance is no longer, you done converted that to Two Factor Media.
Yes, that's correct.
That's what when I first met you, was Live by, okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I wanted to take my name out of it, because it's more of a community, family thing. I was always in my head about, like, man, I just want my name being the focal point of it. I wanted to be Two Factor Media, and the reason why I changed it to Two Factor Media, my mom passed away back in February due to a heart attack.
Condolences.
Thank you. But the main two things she always stood on was love God and love people, and so I wanted to honor my mom by changing the name to Two Factor Media, and that's why I always do the peace sign. Love God, love people, because mainly my beliefs only. Everybody have their own beliefs. We're on this earth to do two things: that's love God and love people. That's it.
Those are
that
the
don't
two
mean
commandments.
judge.
Right. All the other 10 hang on the two. So
Right. So no judgment or anything. Just help uplift people. If you love God, you love people.
Right.
And so regardless of what we are going through, you're gonna always try to help them or encourage them.
Right, that's right. And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
So when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more we're going to dig a little bit deeper into Two Factor Media. Okay. So we're going to do that. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. Thank you all for tuning in with us here on CEPTV Late Night Hype. And we're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, and we will be right back.
The prodigal son, Tommy Gibbs, was not your average kid growing up on the southeast side of D.C. Gibbs was introduced to a life of crime at an early age. His father, whom he idolized, was a well-known drug lord. As time goes on, Gibbs yearns more and more to be just like his father. His world is turned upside down after the death of his father. In his quest towards the American dream, fast money, fast cars and women, he understands what kind of man he has become and what his fate will be if he doesn't change.
That's how this whip on down off of him like a crap.
Oh, we ready? Oh, sorry. Hey guys, this is live TV first and foremost. So things like that do tend to happen. We are back, CEPTV Late Night Hype. I am joined by my co-hostess, 10 Karat. You can find her on Instagram, The Real 10 Karat. You can find me on Instagram, LaShon's Voice or CEPTV Networks. And our special guest tonight, Terrance Bennett. And your Instagram is T-Rex.
The real T-Rex.
The real T-Rex on Instagram.
Real around here.
So
yeah.
So you can find us all on Instagram. And we are back, and we left off talking about two-factor media. And I wanted to dig into that a little bit more, Terrance, because you guys have a wonderful platform. So where do you see the future of two-factor media in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, we are branching out. We used to be a podcast network. Now we call ourselves a media network. Mm-hmm. So because we want to branch out more than just radio. We want to do television. We want to just have more visuals. Mm-hmm. I used to hide behind the Live by Terrance logo, so a lot of people didn't know my face, but they were like, "Oh yeah, I heard the name before." But now I want to get the team out so everybody know who we are and everything. So we want to branch out to, like I said, television. We're also branching off with the Hype magazine to do the DJ dance party, the Tailgate Cruise show. We got some documentaries that's going to be coming out with the main event. So the podcasting that we are doing, we're having the videos with them as well. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to grow our YouTube page, mm-hmm. and it's kind of, when you transition or you trying to rebrand yourself, you kind of trying to get away from that old name, because, when I still go out, people call me Live by Terrance or whatever. But I try to steer the light from that to two-factor media because I wanted to show that it is a difference in it. It's a more mature brand than the Live by Terrance network because it was still new and fresh. Made a lot of mistakes during that time, but two-factor media, I feel like it's a more mature brand, a lot of growing up, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears mm-hmm. poured into that. So we just want to be just a media company just to help everybody. Anybody will shoot anything that we can project to the people. Because we have so much, negative news and stuff that's on the mainstream network. So, if it's something goofy or something to make you laugh or just something to make you think for a minute, mm-hmm. that's what we're all about. Absolutely. And we just here just to love God and love people.
That's
and
right.
Having our own media networks are really, really important.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Really
yes.
say that.
Yes.
Yes, it is important that I wish that we have 1,000 more, independent-owned streaming networks, African-American owned or not, but, independently owned, so that we're not controlled by any narrative and what you get is genuine content. So right. I applaud you. And I definitely want to get with you all so that we can get the bring back our children's videos over to your network as well, because we need that streamed everywhere because it's missing children who are going missing. And the more people get to see these faces, that if you see them in a situation where they may be getting trafficked or something, you might say, I seen a picture of that child on CEPTV, or I seen a picture of that child on two-factor media the other day, and so these things start being more normalized, and they know, these predators out here know that we have our eyes on them now. We are really going out for ours and protecting our children, so that having more outlets is so important, and I'm just so excited for the future growth of what you guys are doing, and that's amazing. We talked over the break somebody's birthday is coming up in just a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my pops, he will be turning 78 years old.
Wow.
Yes, it's a blessing that he is here. He's a very strong man. So I'm looking forward to celebrating his birthday with him. We're going to pick him up, take him out to eat.
Take him to some Jack.
Yeah. I got to show Pops a good time. 78 years on this earth is a blessing.
Happy birthday,
Pop.
Pop.
Yes.
78 years strong. Keep up the good work.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I love my dad. He's very solid, very solid.
Absolutely.
You act like your dad.
Yes, my dad is very stubborn, very stubborn, very, and I pull a little piece of that from him, just a little bit.
And so, by your Facebook, am I mistaken when I say you recently got married?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
congratulations.
I've been married a few times.
That's okay.
But it's
all right,
okay.
you know.
Yes. But yes, I've been married for almost 5 months now.
Nice.
It's
Congratulations.
definitely a blessing and much needed. And
Y'all did the thing. Y'all did the thing, though. I mean, y'all.
Oh,
did
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
honeymoon or whatever you want to call it. Y'all. I said,
yeah, we traveled.
that's all I said. Well, literally.
19 days, 18 nights, 10 states, over 2,700 miles traveled, and then we hiked over 60 miles. And so, we're in a pandemic right now, but we wanted to show. I actually got a lot of footage, so we're gonna have some webisodes of not so normal pandemic honeymoon.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Nice.
be tight. Yes, we're gonna be dropping
Great
that soon.
idea.
Yes. So we captured everything from hiking to just being in the streets, meeting people. And a lot of the narrative that we hear or see about on the news is not necessarily true, because when we was in D.C., it was a lot of peaceful people. I mean, very nice. It wasn't all that tension and stuff going on. Now, we had protests and everything going on, but it wasn't what was being projected
Right.
on the national
Absolutely.
news. So we
That's
had
what
opportunity.
we're here for.
Yes,
And then
yes.
I'm just gonna say, because you're in an interracial
Yes.
relationship. I mean,
Yes.
marriage, and I think that is really dope. And for you to even say that,
Yes.
and it's still you got a chance to experience and have a great time
Yes.
still. So
Yes.
that says a lot as well.
Yes, we didn't have any issues. We was in West Virginia. We was in the woods of West Virginia, the woods of Kentucky.
Okay.
No issue at all, none. But I know people experience that in certain areas of the country, but it's not majority that's doing that. We have a
Right.
small population
Right.
that has that closed-minded
Isolated
thinking.
events, yeah.
Yes, but overall it was great time, and y'all gonna get to see that footage very
Can't
soon.
Wait.
I might cry.
Cannot wait. I know. I'm mushy.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's gonna be great. And so what's up with the kicks?
But the kicks, Fly Paper Customs, shout out to him. He has designed a couple of pairs of shoes for me. These are the Bob Marley's.
Those are really nice.
Yes. I consulted with him, and I found a picture of Bob Marley with the exact saying. It said, "Don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right." Yeah, so I gave him the concept, and I just told him, I said, take that picture and just design me a dope shoe. So he took the, of course, the Jamaican colors and everything. And
What's the name again?
Fly Paper Customs.
Fly
Paper Customs. No S. It's 2 Z's at the end. Fly Paper Customs with 2 Z's on the end. He does great work. He does shoes. He does clothes, helmets. You name it.
I gotta get
does.
my helmet done then.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Those are really dope.
Yes, and he also did some Black Lives Matter shoes for me too. And I
Okay.
actually wore those in Washington D.C. during a honeymoon on the Black Lives Matter Plaza. It drew a lot of attention.
Did it
Yes.
really?
Yes, because I was under the sign, I was holding it up, I had my mask on, I was like this and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, a lot of people was coming up taking pictures at the same time, but it was great to be able to display his shoes. To
Did
the
people
that was
come
there.
taking pictures of
Yes,
your
people.
shoes
Yeah,
too?
yes, people was taking.
Man, you
Yes,
should have told them to tag you.
yes.
So,
I
yeah.
wish I wasn't worrying about that.
Yeah, you was enjoying your honeymoon.
Yeah, I was enjoying my
so, yeah.
honeymoon,
You
but
weren't
my wife
marketing.
told me that she said, you had a bunch of people come there taking pictures of your shoes. I said, oh, okay, because I was focused on her because she was taking pictures of me,
Right.
but then it was a lot of people
Right, you're
coming
trying to
up.
watch her at the same
Yes,
time. With you.
exactly. So, Yeah, shout out to Fly Paper Customs.
Fly Paper
He does
Customs.
great work. Y'all need to check him out on his IG.
Fly Paper Customs.
Yes, 2 Z's at the end, no S after Customs.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely love them. And, you know, just meeting you just now, like we've been back and forth since, I guess, for about a month now.
Yes.
Since we had our informal introduction on Facebook and you reached out to me or whatever. And I'm just so honored that you did that. And I'm really happy to meet you. So what is the secret? Because you do have a very positive aura. How do you maintain that positivity all the time or most of the time?
Well, it's my upbringing. I don't live a perfect life. I'm not perfect. I'm happy most of the time, but I go through the same thing that everybody else go through. So I just try to focus on looking at everything at a different mindset rather than looking at it from a negative aspect. My parents, they taught me to look at things on both sides, weigh the consequences, the cause and effect and everything. So I apply that to just the way I normally think every day. So I try not to focus on the negativity stuff because it's easy to get in that funk and think about, oh, well, I don't deserve this for this X, Y, Z reason. But what I try to do, I try to always look at everything on a positive light. If something goes bad, then I just had to deal with it then, and I just try to find peace within, you know, that storm during that time. So, but at the end of the day, you're gonna make it out of it eventually.
Right.
But you got to change your mindset. You can't just keep waking up and doing the same thing because, you know, that's just crazy if you keep repeating the same thing, thinking that something's gonna change from that.
And it can make you sick too.
Yes, it can, and you know, mental health is very important. So you got to keep that strengthened just as much as you do your physical body, and then also your soul as well. So I try to channel all that in and just try to be positive because, you know, anytime you turn on the TV or you look at your phone on social media, you're going to see negative news or somebody dying or somebody beefing with each other about ideas and stuff that we really not certain for anyway. We just taking what people is telling us or what we read in the book, but we really don't know what's going on.
That's true.
So I just try to live my life and just try to be a light around the people that's around me, and I just allow God to use me. And so I figure if I'm gonna let God use me, I need to be positive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm gonna do something off the cuff, really quick. What's his name again?
That's the main event.
The main event. 10, can you come over here with me and main event? You come over here. Let's talk about, because we got a few minutes. Let's talk about your show coming up and all that good stuff. First, as you're sitting down, introduce yourself to the CEPTV audience and welcome.
Thank you. My name is The Main Event. I'm Jermaine Houston, co-host Main and Rex with this guy, and I also do the Tailgate Crew show as well. I'm very sports oriented, very sports based. Also love music and I love people as well. And one of the things that I like to do, man, is I like to educate people on sports, on different things in my life as well, and an uplift. That's basically the best thing that I can describe myself.
Okay, and talk about your show that we get to see coming up here pretty soon.
So I'm actually going to be doing a documentary on myself. I'm going to be documenting. It's kind of a hard thing because 4 years ago I almost, had some mental health issues going on, and so you're going to be hearing my story on that, and I'm going to take you through the what made me who I am now, and how I got stronger over the 4 years, and then you'll hear a lot about how I went through the pandemic, and you'll learn a lot about me as a person and as a man.
I'm glad you bounced back, bro.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What made you want to be so transparent about your ordeal?
I feel like the black community doesn't talk enough about mental health and about the awareness of mental health, and I suffer from social anxiety and depression, and I've been dealing with it since I was 16 years old. So I mean, and a lot of people,
So he's a social person. Yeah. 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 He's a social person. Yeah.
She said you're a social
You're a
person, so
social
that's kind
person,
of
like, whoa.
not expected to hear.
And like, at times, I can be very, very sociable, but at times I can get in that really dark place, and it just,
Yes.
it just, and it takes guys like this guy who's my brother. I don't have brothers. I got sisters, So, me knowing him since my teenage years, Ty Infamous, I've known for a while, and we finally just linked back up together. They've helped me through a lot of things.
Awesome. Well, we cannot wait to see what you have in store for us. I believe that's going to be a great experience, especially for people who may not have the courage to come out with things that they may be going through internally. And your story seems like it's going to be really inspiring. So let's do a follow-up and just make sure we're communicating so that we can start promoting what you have going on CEPTV. You send me a lot of this stuff anyway, so I'll just make sure I'll continue to share. But definitely, let's keep the dialogue going because we want to help, whatever way we can, because mental health is really real, and it's a real thing. If you don't have a grasp over what's going on, or if we're constantly in denial about what we have,
are afraid to talk. A lot of men shut down. They won't talk about it.
Yes. And so we're not afraid. I suffer from anxiety too, believe it or not. I'm very sociable, but I'm a super extrovert. But then I know how to be an introvert too.
Introvert, extrovert.
I'm the
You're
opposite.
in the middle, and it's
I'm the opposite. I'm an introvert, and I have to go through him to get my introverted side out.
Nothing wrong with that. Right. We got to use our friends to re-up. But thank you so much. I'm going to have y'all swap seats because I definitely want to get DJ over here and talk about what he has going on too. But thank you for coming on the show just off the cuff. And thank you for coming, first of all. And I knew by you being here, I definitely wanted to get you some airtime because we got to make sure, we get all the information out about what you all have. I know you guys are just awesome people, so I just wanted to make sure we get you on. But yeah,
just check me out. Tailgate Crew on. Also, West Georgia Football Podcast. That's WGF Pod. You'll hear me on there a lot as well. So, thanks for everything.
Absolutely, thank you. Go DJ,
Infamous.
go DJ, go DJ, go DJ. All right, thank you so much for coming. First of all, and I'm glad the time did kind of run a little crazy because now we have time to talk to all of you guys. So introduce yourself as well to the CEPTV audience and tell them what you got going on.
Yo, I go by the name of DJ Ty Infamous. Down with the 2 Factor Media. Got iHeartRadio Turntable Thursday podcast. You can check me out anytime. Preeminent Radio, I'll be there coming up a little bit after Thanksgiving. And, just doing my mixtape thing, ready to rock out at any time.
So where can we find this at? What's your handles and how can we get in touch with you to rock out with you on social media?
Okay, well, Facebook, you can hit me up, Ty Madden, DJ Infamous, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, DJ_Infamous_1. And yo, that's it.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. So what separates you from the rest of the DJs?
Yo, I blend, scratch. I'm just an innovator. I like to create. I don't like to follow anybody, trail. So that's what got me to the point now where I'm at now. So, I do the remixes, just about anything, but mostly I set the vibe. I don't let the people set the vibe.
Okay.
I set the vibe.
So you mean to tell me you can scratch with your nose?
He probably can.
He say, wait a minute, come on down.
I think he can. Probably do it with a toenail too.
Yeah.
And how long you been doing this? How long you been DJing?
Man, I've been doing this probably since I was 17. Probably man, it's about 20-something years.
Okay.
Man.
That's what's up. So we got some experience on the turntables on the ones and twos.
Yes.
So hey, is there anything else you guys want to add before we wrap it up? I just am so excited that you guys came to hang out with us tonight, and definitely want to make sure that everybody knows how to get in contact with you guys, especially you, Terrance, on social media. So why don't you, if you have any closing thoughts that we may not have covered, if you want to get out and definitely let people know how to get in touch with you.
Well, my closing thoughts is we're all on this earth to be unique, and so my team, Two Factor Media, I always stress everybody be unique. No need to be a carbon copy, because you can be the best you and you can be the only you. So we instill that in each other, and we feed off each other. And like the main event was saying, we all battle with something, but we take those weaknesses and we work through those together. We pray and meditate, and we strengthen each other, and we try to follow God's will. So we don't ever judge anybody or whatever. Everybody have their own season, and so we support each other when whoever season it is at the time, and then vice versa. And so if you want to find me on social medias, you can find me on Instagram at The Real T-Rex. That's TEERECX. You can find me on Twitter, just at T-Rex. And Facebook, you can find me at just T-Rex as well. So you can find me on there. So I'm on Snapchat. You can go to our website. It's www.twofactormedia.com. You spell out the number 2. You can find DJ Ty Infamous, the main event, King Swift, Tweeterbird, all of us is on the website. And one thing that I always close out the Hype Magazine presents the DJ Dance Party is tell people you love them today, because tomorrow is never promised. And I always love God and love people. That's the main message that we push for our network and our brand and anybody we work with.
Awesome. Well, it's definitely been a delight. Can y'all slide in just a little bit so we can get him in the shot?
Oh, yes.
We just going all the way off the cuff today. It's all good.
Oh, yes.
We gonna get him in there. Kevin gonna get me after this. There we go. All right.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, anything else, DJ or
Curly, Larry, Mo.
Yo,
go ahead, add your closing thoughts.
You can just check me out at www.twofactormedia.com. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can just hit us up. You get merchandise. You can check out the Turntable Thursday podcast featuring me. The Tailgate Crew, T-Rex.
Yes. Definitely the encounters with T-Rex. Shout out to 83 Noche, Workout Anytime Valley, the Hype Magazine, Gator Media. The main event, plug your stuff again.
Shout out to Andrew Caraway.
Yes.
Of course, the West Georgia Football Podcast, Two Factor Media. To Gator Media. I mean, everybody that's involved with us, want to give a special shout out. Don't remember all your names. You all know that you love. So just remember Jeremiah 29:11.
Yes.
And that's how we're gonna do it tonight. Thank you guys so much once again for coming to hang out with us on the CEPTV Late Night Hype. Everything is kind of like divine intervention, because probably if we would have done it the last week, you guys wouldn't maybe not have been here. So I'm glad you guys got to come on the show and tell everybody about your wonderful adventures going on. And we can't wait to keep up with you all and see what you have going on for the future. So again.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Terrance Parks has an album dropping. Y'all can go to my Facebook page and check it out, because I am featured on this. It's a gospel rap album. It's dropping tomorrow, Friday the 13th. And, of course, if I'm featured on there, Big Amp is featured on there, Testified is featured on there. So it's going to be a really dope album. So, y'all, go to my page. And, because, when he drops, we're dropping too. So, Just thought about that.
Yeah, so make sure y'all check that out. Again, thank you all so much for whoever tuned in with us live, and for those of you who are going to see this after the fact, for hanging out with us on CEPTV's Late Night Hype. And we are out of here.